Homebrew on Linux is one of those topics that sounds almost strange at first, because for years, Homebrew was closely associated with macOS and Apple developers, yet today it has quietly become a powerful and practical package manager for Linux users as well. To understand why Homebrew on Linux matters, it helps to start with the philosophy behind Homebrew itself. Homebrew was created to make installing software easy, transparent, and user-controlled. Instead of relying on heavy system-wide package managers that require root access and can sometimes conflict with system libraries, Homebrew is designed to live in a user's home directory, giving the user full control over what gets installed, updated, or removed. When this idea was brought to Linux, it unlocked a unique workflow that blends the strengths of Linux with the convenience Homebrew is known for. Imagine you are a Linux user who works with multiple distributions. Maybe Ubuntu on your laptop, Fedora on your desktop, and Arch or OpenSUSE on a server or virtual machine. Each of these systems has its own package manager, its own repositories, and its own naming conventions. Installing the same development tools across all of them often means learning different commands, dealing with different versions, and sometimes compiling from source when packages are missing or outdated. Homebrew on Linux steps into this chaos as a unifying layer. With Homebrew, you can use the same brew commands across different Linux distributions and get consistent versions of tools. This alone makes it incredibly attractive to developers, system administrators, and power users who value consistency. Homebrew on Linux is officially known as Linux Brew, although in practice it is now simply Homebrew with Linux support built in. When you install Homebrew on a Linux system, it typically installs itself into a directory like /home/linuxbrew/.linuxbrew, completely separate from the system package manager. This separation is intentional. It means you can install newer or experimental versions of tools without worrying about breaking your system. It also means you can use Homebrew even on systems where you do not have root access, such as shared servers or restricted environments. This is a huge advantage in professional and academic settings where users often lack administrative. The installation process of Homebrew on Linux is designed to be simple but still transparent. A single command downloads and sets up Homebrew, checks for required dependencies, and configures the environment so that the brew command is available in your shell. Unlike some package managers that hide what they are doing, Homebrew is quite verbose. It tells you what it is installing, where it is installing it, and what dependencies are involved. For many Linux users, this level of openness feels reassuring and empowering. Once Homebrew is installed, the workflow becomes very straightforward. You use the brew command to search for software, install packages, upgrade them, or remove them. Software packages in Homebrew are called formulae, and graphical applications are called casks, though casks are more relevant on macOS. On Linux, the focus is mostly on command line tools, libraries, programming languages, and development utilities. The Homebrew ecosystem is vast, covering everything from compilers and interpreters to networking tools, database clients, and even niche utilities that might not exist in your distribution's repositories. One of the most compelling reasons to use Homebrew on Linux is access to up-to-date software. Traditional Linux distributions often prioritize stability over freshness, especially long-term support releases. This means that the versions of tools in the official repositories can lag behind upstream releases by months or even years. For developers who need the latest features or bug fixes, this can be frustrating. Homebrew tends to track upstream releases closely, providing newer versions more quickly. This makes it particularly useful for programming languages like Python, Ruby, Node, JS Go, and Rust, as well as tools like Git Neovim and various build systems. Homebrew on Linux also shines in environments where multiple versions of the same tool are needed. Many developers need to test their software against different versions of a language or dependency. Homebrew supports version formulae, allowing you to install and manage multiple versions side by side. Because everything is installed in an isolated prefix, it is easier to control which version is being used in a given project. Combined with environment variables and shell configuration, this provides a flexible setup that rivals or even surpasses traditional Linux package managers in certain scenarios. Another important aspect of Homebrew on Linux is Homebrew provides a feature called Brew file, which allows you to define a list of packages and versions that should be installed on a system. This is extremely useful for setting up new machines or synchronizing development environments across multiple systems. You can check a brew file into version control and use it to recreate the same environment elsewhere. In a world where developers frequently switch machines or work in teams, this ability to standardize environments can save countless hours. Despite all these advantages, Homebrew on Linux is not meant to replace your system package manager entirely. Instead, it works best as a complementary tool. System package managers like apt, dnf, pacman, or zypper are still ideal for core system components, drivers, and desktop environments. Homebrew excels at user-level tools and development software. By keeping these roles separate, you reduce the risk of conflicts and maintain a clean system. Many experienced Linux users appreciate this balance, using the system package manager for system-level needs and Homebrew for everything else. Performance is another area where Homebrew on Linux deserves attention. Because Homebrew often builds packages from source, installation can take longer compared to binary packages from system repositories. However, this also means that packages are optimized for your system and linked against the versions of libraries that Homebrew manages. In recent years, Homebrew has improved support for precompiled binaries known as bottles. Even on Linux, when bottles are available, installations are much faster, making the experience smoother and more efficient. Security is a common concern when introducing another package manager into a system. Homebrew addresses this through checksums, audits, and an active community that reviews formulae. While no system is perfect, Homebrew's open development model and transparency help build trust. On Linux, where users are often security conscious, this openness aligns well with community values. Additionally, because Homebrew installs software in a user-owned directory, the risk of system-wide damage from a compromised package is reduced. Homebrew on Linux is also highly scriptable, which appeals to advanced users. You can integrate brew commands into shell scripts, automation tools, and CI pipelines. This makes it easier to set up development environments automatically or ensure that certain tools are always available in a consistent state. For DevOps engineers and automation enthusiasts, this flexibility is a major plus. Another interesting use case for Homebrew on Linux is in containerized environments. Containers often start from minimal base images that lack many development tools. Installing everything through the system package manager can be cumbersome or limited by repository availability. Homebrew can provide a quick and consistent way to install a wide range of tools inside containers, especially when you want parity between macOS and Linux environments. This cross-platform consistency is one of Homebrew's strongest selling points. From an educational perspective, Homebrew on Linux can also serve as a gentle introduction to package management concepts. Its commands are simple and intuitive, and its output explains what is happening under the hood. For users coming from macOS to Linux, Homebrew provides a familiar workflow, reducing the learning curve. Conversely, for Linux users exploring macOS, Homebrew acts as a bridge, making the transition smoother in both directions. The community around Homebrew is another strength worth mentioning. Homebrew is actively maintained by a large group of contributors who care deeply about usability, documentation, and quality. Issues are discussed openly, improvements are made continuously, and support is readily available through documentation and community channels. On Linux, where diversity of distributions can sometimes fragment communities, Homebrew offers a centralized ecosystem that brings users together around a shared toolset. Of course, Homebrew on Linux is not without its limitations. Some packages may not be available, or they may not work perfectly on all distributions. Because Homebrew aims to be distribution agnostic, it sometimes relies on assumptions about system libraries or tools that may not hold true everywhere. Users on very minimal or exotic distributions might encounter issues that require manual intervention. Additionally, because Homebrew maintains its own dependency tree, there can be some duplication of libraries already installed on the system, leading to increased disk usage. For most modern systems, this is a minor trade-off, but it is still something to be aware of. Despite these drawbacks, many users find that the benefits far outweigh the costs. The ability to manage modern development tools independently of the system, to maintain consistency across platforms, and to work without root privileges makes Homebrew on Linux an appealing choice. It fits particularly well with the mindset of users who value control, transparency, and flexibility. In practice, using Homebrew on Linux often becomes second nature. You install it once, add it to your shell environment, and then forget about it until you need a new tool. When that moment comes, a simple brew install command does the job. Updating your tools becomes just as easy with brew upgrade, and cleaning up old versions is handled gracefully. Over time, this smooth workflow can significantly improve productivity, especially for users who frequently experiment with new tools or work across multiple projects. Homebrew on Linux also reflects a broader trend in the open source world toward user-centric tooling. Instead of assuming a one-size-fits-all system configuration, tools like Homebrew recognize that users have diverse needs and work by empowering users to manage their own software environments. Homebrew aligns with the core values of Linux while also bringing something fresh and practical to the table. In the end, Homebrew on Linux is best understood not as a replacement for traditional Linux package managers, but as a powerful addition to the toolbox. It offers a modern, flexible, and cross-platform way to manage software, particularly for developers and advanced users. Whether you are setting up a new development environment, maintaining consistency across machines, or simply looking for a cleaner way to install tools without touching system files, Homebrew on Linux provides a compelling solution. As Linux continues to evolve and attract users from different backgrounds, tools like Homebrew help bridge gaps, simplify workflows, and make the ecosystem more accessible without sacrificing the freedom and control that define Linux itself.